Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to the Gazelsberg map. Right, as promised, big canola harvest. How big? Well, I'll tell you. I did buy field 30 and field 42 last episode, and I did plant them with canola. Now we're down here, I wanted an all hands on deck canola harvest. And I have to say, it sort of didn't work out. As you can see, a couple of our fields are already harvested. I've been, well, it's been a scene. Let's just say it's been a scene. I've been trying to get Courseplay working. It looks like there've been some things taken out of Courseplay, or for one reason or another disabled. They're not able to be used in Courseplay in 19, and that's cool. That's cool. Courseplay is an amazing mod. It really, really is. But it's not perfect, and it can be frustrating, and it has been. But you know what? It's a video game. What are you going to do? So, this is a leased truck and a leased trailer. And we are going to put it on a course called Field to Baywa. We're going to start it at the first waypoint. And we do have it on grain transport loaded start. So we're good there, we're good there, we're good there. Get to work. Then, we're going to hop in our truck. This is our truck that we own. And a trailer that we own. We're going to hop in here. We're going to hop on Courseplay. We're going to say load a course. And that course is field to silo. We're going to go here. First waypoint, we are on grain transport loaded start. Take brake off. I don't think we need to, but I do it anyway. Start it up. Off they go. Now this will drive down here, and then it will say it's in traffic because of the Tatra. Yep. So far, so good. I've got a grain cart. I did buy this. We'll use it. We've got all these fields down here, these arable fields. We will use it. And then the 2 combine harvesters and the 2 headers are, of course, leased. So, next step. I'm going to hop in this combine harvester. It'll be, yeah, I think we're okay. We're going to hop in this combine harvester. We're going to start it up. We're going to lift the header. Brake is off. We're going to pull right up here a little ways. And we're going to put this on a smart worker. All right, smart worker. Turn to right. Lapse. We want wait during unload off. Collision check on, show trace off. I think we're good to go there. You get to work. Sir? Sir? Yeah, like I said, it's been all kinds of interesting trying to get this to work. Right. Just drive in a straight line up the edge of the field for the love of God. Just drive in a straight line. Right. Are we good to go? Let's see. Get to work. Does a quick scan. And then, yes, it's working. Although why it's that far out into the grass verge, who knows? Who knows? Right. 1 combine harvester working. Face full of chaff. We'll get the other combine harvester working now. Ideally, and what I had envisioned was 2 combine harvesters, 2 trucks, and 2 grain carts servicing them. One being driven by me, ill will, and the other being driven by Courseplay. That's one of the things that has been, it's not in Courseplay at the moment. You cannot run a grain cart on Courseplay. You used to be able to. I know you could in 15 because I did it. I did it on the Oklahoma map, but it does not seem to be in at the moment, and like I said, I don't know why. All right, get to work. Our frame rate is going to take a beating because we will have 2 workers making calculations, which is different than Courseplay. Courseplay goes off of waypoints. The smart workers actually try to figure things out, and it can really bottleneck your CPU and really tank the frame rate. So we'll see that periodically. But you know what? We expect that, and that is not a big deal. Brake is off. Let's go get this one up top first because we started him first. So right, I wanted grain carts running back and forth from the combine harvesters to the trucks. And the trucks are on course. When they're fully loaded, they will take off and run a loop, one up to the sell point and one down to the silo. I don't think our silo will actually hold all of this canola, and that's why I wanted to sell half and store half. Also wanted to make some money too, honestly. But that, I wanted that to happen with essentially 5 workers plus me. 2 trucks, 2 combine harvesters, 1 grain cart. Oh, he makes a turn. 1 grain cart, and well, that's interesting. All right. 1 grain cart, and then me on the other grain cart. I wanted it to work out that way. All kinds of problems, but you know what? That's the thing about this game is, if you want it to be simple, don't run mods. If you want it to be fun but frustrating, run mods and look for the sweet spot, you know, and there is one. There are times when everything works, and if you push it just a little too far, not so much. Then not everything works. So that's the goal, I guess, is always to just find the sweet spot and have a cool, fun session and get a lot of things done and not be too frustrated. And, you know, ultimately it is a video game. It's nothing to ever get that upset about. Right, I'm just going to hop off the end here, jump on the road, and head down and take care of our other combine. So we would also need to, well, we're doing a few things that sort of break the immersion. One thing we're doing is we've got our combine harvesters doing only laps, clockwise laps, rather than at any time doing lengths. And the reason is we always need the pipe on the outside. Whoa! I did not think the berm there was that big. Yeah, we'll. Oh my goodness, that was very exciting. Did not expect that. Oh, this game. Endless fun, endless frustration. So, if you don't want your hired workers driving in crop, one way to do it is to just always have the pipe on the outside, which is what I do. Now, there used to be, in 15, there used to be a feature in Courseplay called Pathfinder, and that's not in there anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's a limitation of 17 and 19 as far as how the hired workers operate, or maybe something missing, or a script that's different. I don't know. But I know you used to be able to tell Courseplay only unload when the pipe is over harvested field or verge, and only, wait a minute, no, he's got it. Does he? Well, so he sort of does. Okay. And now the problem is, particularly, we'll use grain carts as an example, but tippers that are servicing a combine and then going to a point to either sell or unload, it works for that as well. You've got to, if you're leaving a field to go on a trip to a sell point or a silo, you've got to have a consistent starting point in Courseplay. And I tried for the longest time to have that be like the entrance to the field. Now on this map, you can really get into the fields anywhere, but on some maps, there is a specific entry point to the field and you really can't get in anywhere else. And I tried to use that point. The problem is that your grain cart will drive to it, or your tipper will drive to it from any point that it becomes full, and it doesn't always approach it from the right angle, and then you can end up with Courseplay just driving in a circle. So what I do instead is I'll just pick a point in the center of an empty field, a harvested field, and put my course in then, so I'm not driving over crop. But you know, workers in this game don't crush crop. So essentially what will happen is when either your tipper or your grain cart is full, it will drive back to that starting point that you put in the middle of the field rather than at a gate or something. And because it can approach it from any angle, it will always start from there, and then you can have it drive out the entrance, right? But particularly when you're starting a field, that point that you designated in the center of the field is always going to be under crop. So you will always have a hired worker driving over crop. And at the moment, I don't know of any way to get around that because Courseplay and hired workers are simply not smart enough yet. I think in time it could get there, but not for a while. I think we're going to need a lot more I in our AI before it can do that. So at the moment, we do need to step out of immersion and have hired workers driving across crop. We do need to have combine harvesters doing only laps and never lengths. And even these little borders in the middle here, sometimes the hired workers will just drive right over them and jump to the next field and keep working. Other times they won't. So there are, enough things that in their own small ways they do take us out of the immersion, but Courseplay sort of gives us a lot of immersion back because we get all these things happening on the map at once. And in fact, once we're full here, once we take care of this, then we'll hop back down and empty this, and we'll see 2 combine harvesters and 2 trucks and myself all moving at once. And I find that to be just a really, really cool look on a map, and I wish there could be more of that. And years ago, a couple years ago, unknown reason. He's a dope. That's the unknown reason. Just randomly stopped up there, sir. Get this guy going again, and we'll drive up rather than run up, because if we ran up, we'd have to run back, and then we'd be spending time running. All right, so we'll set the brake, and we'll get this guy going again. Get to work, sir. Tell you what, if you're a contractor and you show up in a Monster Energy combine harvester, I really expect some results. That is a bold play. You know what I'm saying? That's a look. And I expect results consistent with that kind of a claim. Right? Show up looking like that. All right. So we'll hop back in here now. Brake is off. As we were. So, a YouTuber that I used to watch wanted to know why you don't see farm traffic in regular traffic. And ever since I heard that, it's like, yeah, why don't you? Because really, you need to. That is something that you would see all over farm country, particularly during harvest season. So why don't you see that? So little details like that, when you see things moving on a map, that's what really brings it alive for me. And the fact that Giants either cannot or will not or does not, who knows the reason, but whatever the reason is, they don't do that. And I think it could really make the game better. Now, it could be a limitation of the technology that they simply cannot do it, not with scripting on console. There they go. Beautiful. I'm going to back up here, make a little room, and our MAN truck will pull in to the unload point. Put this in gear. Now, I am having a hell of a time finding the trigger with this auger wagon. Right? You seeing this? Is there a trigger? Is there? Could there be? No. Take another swing at it. Oh. And this is a base game auger wagon. I have no idea. I've learned not to become frustrated with this game. Although, oh, for goodness sakes. Oh my goodness. Although, there are times when it's like, it wants you to be frustrated. Really? Is this really happening right now? Try it one more time. And our other combine harvester is getting full. You know what? Let's try something else while we're down here. Let's try a little, let's try adjusting the pipe. Is it this one? Let's try swinging it out a little bit, see if that helps any. And it does. And it does. It's a Christmas miracle. So we get that empty. Right. Put that away. Over here. And then on the map, let's see our Tatra Phoenix. Careful going over the berm this time. Our Tatra Phoenix is making its way through the forest. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. It's not quite as elaborate as what I was envisioning, but it's getting there. All right. Cover off. Get this guy empty. and then we'll go take care of our other combine. All right. Right down here. Beautiful. Like so. So yeah, it's that expectation thing again. You know, we've all got a vision, we've all got an idea of what we think farm sim should do and should be. And man, what a different era it is for gaming, where when we look at a video game now, so much of what we think and so much of what we talk about is its flaws and its fails and what it's not doing that we want it to. And we don't talk about how much we enjoy playing it. Certainly we must enjoy playing it for all the dozens, hundreds of hours that we spend. Surely we enjoy playing these games. Okay, and I just checked the map. The Tatra is pulling in to the sell point, so we're going to look at our checking account balance up in the corner there and see if it begins going up. And it does. Beautiful. So the Tatra drove up to... Oh, we got to get up here and get this guy around the power pole. The Tatra drove up to the sell point and unloaded successfully. 31,000 for... I want to say there was 40,000 liters in there. Let's check the price. Power pole is a little further away than I thought, so we're okay. Hang on a moment, please. Canola at the Baywa is going for €1,000 a ton. Okay, I guess there was less in there than I thought. For some reason, I thought that tipper was 40,000 liters. Clearly, it is not. So, while we're waiting for him to make a turn, we'll check the map again. And the Tatra is on their way back through the forest. Okay, so we should see them pop out of the trees here momentarily. They'll go down, make a turn, and get queued up behind the MAN truck. And we'll just have our little production line going. So what I'll do is when we're done with this episode, I will return one of these combine harvesters, and then I'll finish harvesting off camera with just one combine harvester. But I'll keep the 2 trucks going. And I'm going to get as much as I can out of here, and I believe this thing will probably just stop when it gets to the power pole. I don't think it knows how to back up and go around. That's okay. We're still making progress. I'll do it. I'll do it manually. I'll do it live. So, set the brake. They're going to have a fit. And they do. Sir, stop, stop, stop. Just stop. Oh, my goodness. Right, so, how do we want to go around here? Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's back all the way up. Because this hired worker will contour to the edge of the unharvested crop, what I'm going to do is a little thing here. This is probably not legit, but we're going to do it just the same. Oh, there goes our truck. Yeah, man. I love seeing that. I just love seeing that movement on a map. I wish there could be so much more of that. Put the pipe in. And I did run both the trucks through their courses on Courseplay empty several times to confirm that they can make all the turns, both of them. But that's no guarantee, as you know, with Courseplay. Sometimes that confirms, sometimes, not so much. You know, you think you got everything working. So I got my fingers crossed that truck makes it all the way back and around. I can see it at the bottom there, all the way to the south, making its way. Beautiful. So we will come down here, and I think, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just put this back on a worker. Oi, frame rate. Okay. And then I'll trim off this little bit around the pole. I'll trim that off manually later. Right. Let's hop back in here. Brake is off. Here we go. And looking up to the right there, our truck is pulling in and should queue up right behind the MAN. In theory. In theory. I'll grab a little bit out of this one, but I'm not going to try to empty it. Alright. So a little bit like so. Yep. Tatra pulls in and stops behind the MAN truck. Fantastic. Get that like so. And let's go get our other combine harvester. I keep driving over those little berms between the fields like it's no big deal, and I forget we got launched the first time I tried that. We were going a bit faster, I will say, but I really didn't see any kind of a shadow or anything indicating that there was that big a drop-off. I typically don't jump a tractor. I try not to. Right, so we get this empty. Like so. Beautiful. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. Fantastic. Mostly, I just want to get our MAN truck to make one trip so we can confirm that both of these courses that we built are functional. Oh no, there's another power pole up there. Okay. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Now what I could have done, I suppose, was put these combine harvesters on course play as well, because it does have the island avoidance feature now, and it would have driven around those power poles. Could have done that. Could have done that. And you know what? Next time we do this, I will do that, so we can see that feature of course play as well. Alright, so we'll get up here. We'll get this one going. We'll go empty, and that should get us pretty close to the end of the episode. Right here. Set the brake. Out we go. Oh my goodness. That seems wrong. I'm no expert, but that is not cool, sir. Goodness. This guy, he's an absolute lunatic. I will never contract with someone that has Monster Energy logos on their equipment again. Never. Never. How do we want to do this? Let's do the bottom first. Right around the tree. So we go in here. Right, like so. Just a little bit right there. Lift. Back around there. Swing it wide. Up. There we go. Back on a worker. Back in our 9. Brakes off. Here we go. I got this working one time. There was an Oklahoma map for 15 that I think was a bit of a gag map. It was a 4X map, and the fields, there was one field that was as big as an entire base game map. Yeah, you know, it seemed a little contrived, just a bit. But I was able to, I guess, have some fun with it, because I had multiple tractor trailers with tandem tippers at an unload point, unload for the auger wagons. So I had like 3 of those, so call it 6 tippers, 3 tandems, 6 tippers. And then I had half a dozen combine harvesters working on this field, and like 12 grain carts. And everything did work, but I still calculated it would have taken me, Sir. Absolutely hours and hours and hours. Do we need to move this out again? I'm baffled. I don't know why this thing cannot see the trigger. We want it all the way out. It's all the way out. Okay, we'll try it one more time. I mean, we got it last time. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So that was fun, and I know it can be done. I think it would be a lot more fun on a smaller scale, but unfortunately, like I said, that feature seems to not be in Courseplay anymore. Yeah, this is just an absolute mystery to me. It's not even, yeah, okay, that one goes. Yeah. No, that's something else. I don't know. Let me try from the other side. Let's try from the other side. Let's see what we got over here. Any better? Oh, it's beautiful. It's fantastic from this side. Oh, see, it was just, we were on the wrong side. Clearly. Anyone can see you're on the wrong side, sir. Well, now we know. So I am curious why that feature is no longer in Courseplay, but at the same time, what are you going to do? It's a mod. I mean, there's so many possible reasons. Could have something to do with console. Could be the way that the game is running now in 19 and in 17 also. Could be. Because so many of these super big time modders are part of that Cattle and Crops project. Right? You know what I'm saying. It's a rivalry. It is. It really is a rivalry. I don't get into like all the whatever, but apparently there's quite a bit of tension there, animosity, and I know you cannot say Cattle and Crops on a Farm Sim forum, and you cannot say Farm Sim on a Cattle and Crops forum. I don't know who started that. I don't know if they came up with that at the same time, or if one side did it and the other side was like, oh yeah? Well, you can't talk about them on our forum either. I don't know, but it's a whole scene, man. There's really some genuine, yeah. I wouldn't say hatred, but they really, wow. Let's see if this thing, yeah, we can get the rest of this. Beautiful. We got all that. So it's entirely possible that it's got something to do with that as well. That, you know, some of those features are in Cattle and Crops, and so the modder is leaving them Cattle and Crops exclusive. Unknown and unknowable. I guess unless you know the modder and ask them. I don't know. But it is what it is. Right. So I think we're going to empty one more time. This ought to be enough. What we get from this combine harvester ought to be enough to fill our auger wagon, which should then consequently be enough to fill our tractor trailer, our lorry, and once we get that going, it will deliver to the silo and we'll call it an episode. We're up here. Sir? Is he full? What's the delay, sir? Completed your task. No, you haven't. Son. Yeah, I'm never dealing with this Monster Energy guy again. Now he's still got his he's still highlighted as far as being on a worker. All right, let's see what happens. I mean, this will be enough to fill our trucks, so I think we're okay either way, but I'm curious why that is. Breaks off. I'm curious why they stopped. And they're rolling again. Okay. Good for you, Monster Energy. Never again. I don't trust that guy. And it looks like, yep, that other one's done. Now we've got, what, 2 more big fields to go? And actually the fields that we still have to do are the really big fields, so I think that'll be cool to see what we do off camera as far as what we end up with in the silo and what we end up with in the bank. We're making so much money that now, honestly, from passive income. This thing all the way up. We're making so much money from passive income. We're making, I think, about 100,000 euro a day from passive income. So it really is, it's going to change the way that we're running our farm. It's going to change our goals. because we have access to income now that's going to allow us to do things that we couldn't do before. So we'll have to just adapt and improvise and overcome, as they say. There he goes. And I will, I'll tell you what, I'll loop this thing around. And we'll put the rest of this. We got another 4,000 liters. Sir? 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 Okay. All right. The Tatra is chasing the MAN. I don't know. Maybe he left his wallet in there or something. All right. I'm going to set the brake. Quickly jump out. Sir? Sir? I don't know why that is happening. All right. Well, they're empty, are they not? They have to be. I don't think I can catch that truck. Oh, my goodness. Everything, the wheels are coming off right now. What a way to end an episode. I think both our combine harvesters are done. That's a positive thing. If this truck makes the turn down here and gets into the silo, made that turn. Nope. Oh, man. All right, what's it caught on? Is it caught on the tree? Really? I'm waiting for it to like pop around there, because if it, I want to see if it completes its mission. No, it's stuck for sure. I wanted to see if it continued. My goodness. This is when you have to wonder, is it worth it? And I know that sounds like horribly, kind of overwrought and over dramatic, like, is it worth it? But some of these things, now is this going to continue forward, or is it going to grab one of the other waypoints and try to go back? No, it is going to go forward. Okay, so we'll turn that off, and let's see if it unloads in there. Let's see if it makes it back as well. Oh, jeezy Pete's. Really? This is when you have to wonder. I'm waiting for it to, like with the other, to sort of pop around that obstacle that it's caught on. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Mostly I just want to see if it will make it in there, but I think we can actually say, no, it won't. Oh my goodness. So we're back on course. Hop out here, see if we unload. And we do. Okay. Well, I'd say we've got about, what do you call it, 40% of our functionality. It just needs some fine-tuning. I think we need to rerun these courses. Now, what's this guy going to do? Is he going to keep rolling? Or is he going to stop here? He keeps rolling. Fantastic. So I'd say we got about 40% of our functionality for course play for this task. And we'll just need to get the rest dialed in before our next big harvest. Oh, is it worth it? Is it? Oh, right. So we go up here, make the big turn. Got that one. Jeezy Pete's. There's so many more waypoints in course play now. When you build a course, there are like hundreds and hundreds of waypoints very, very close together, much closer together than they were in the past. And yet it still seems to sort of go off course more easily than it has in the past as well. Does that make sense? It's like it's more detailed. The course is more detailed, and yet still not functioning properly. I don't know, man. It's just a video game. I don't... can I say this? Can I say this on a YouTube channel? I don't get high anymore. But if I did, course play would be the kind of thing that would make me want to like turn the game off and smoke a bowl. Because it's something else, man. Right, let's see if this cat stops where he's supposed to, or if he just keeps rolling like Tatra. Where is Tatra? It's on its way back. Okay. Stopping. 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 Maybe. Stopping. Beautiful. Okay, folks, that's all I got. I'll sort some of this stuff out off camera. And we'll try again next time. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Gazelsberg map. We'll see you next time. Take care now.